Well, I'm Artifacts of Mars. I want to discuss this Middle East regional war that we have going on. Some people are under the impression, they believe what Trump says, that it's going to end soon. He may actually believe that himself. But we have a problem. In my opinion, I think it's going to last well into 2029, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why. That's why you need to get ready. We are not dealing with businessmen there. I keep hearing Trump saying they're ready to make a deal and all this. President Trump, these aren't businessmen. They are religious nuts. They are religious fanatics. And you cannot reason with them. It's not possible. We killed the Ayatollah. His son is disfigured and pissed off. They will fight to the last person. The only problem is we don't dare use nuclear weapons, because then we get Russia and China mixed in. And we don't want that. And if we go in with a ground invasion, it'll be like they feared with Japan, only probably worse. With Japan, if we would have gone in, we're looking at probably 1 million casualties. That's what the estimates were. However, this one would be worse because of the terrain, and these people are even more fanatical than the Japanese were. That's why we dropped the atomic bombs on them. There was actually one attack after the bombs that shut down most of their remaining oil production. That's actually why they quit, but that's beside the point. Hirohito had people believing for a long time that he was a god. You'd think they would have known better, but he was wise enough to say, okay, we're done. It's over with. And they quit the war. That's not going to happen here in all likelihood. And the Japanese were somewhat reasonable when it came to this. If Hirohito said, go ahead and fight to the last man, that's what they would have done. And that's where we would have killed 5 million of them. Well, this bunch is not going to surrender. Their leadership is not going to surrender. They are not going to agree to getting rid of the plutonium. Well, likelihood, or is it uranium? I don't know. Anyway, because uranium, it doesn't matter. And the strait is going to remain closed. First time it was open for a couple hours, closed. Second time for a day or two, closed. Strait of Hormuz, which means no severely reduced amounts of fertilizer are getting through. And that spells trouble. We need the fertilizer to grow crops. I don't know how much the USA can produce in terms of its own fertilizer. Some of these countries are going to starve. And starving people also can't be reasoned with. They're going to pick up arms and they're going to fight. So, let's say there's three scenarios. A, Trump goes to 2028, gets term limited out by law, and then somebody else gets voted in. Probably be a Democrat, who knows. If they see the handwriting on the wall, maybe early to mid 2029, they'll pull us out of there. This should have been done by the Congress, by the way, through that law. I'm forgetting what the name of it is, but they could have done it by law and they didn't. Scenario number 2. Trump is 25th Amendment, taken out by 25th Amendment, which is unlikely from what I understand. Scenario number 3, Trump dies of natural causes, which is possible. He's very old. He's 79. Or either one of those, though, puts J.D. Vance in. And what is J.D. Vance? He's a religious fanatic on the Christian side. He Vance believes that aliens are demons. Once I hear that, I'm all done with them. That is medieval thinking. And it's not going to be possible to reason with him. Because the thing is, if you look back in the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, Middle Ages, if somebody saw a comet up in the sky, something that looked like it didn't belong there, it was of the devil. If the moon turned blood red, it was of the devil. The aurora was of the devil. We can go on and on. They saw something in the sky they didn't like, it was of the devil. It was a warning sign. Now, you can argue that was done out of ignorance. Okay? Okay, so it was done out of ignorance. It doesn't excuse it. But the point here is Vance is a religious fanatic, and he's on the opposite side of what we have in Iran, but it's the same thing. So if we get J.D. Vance in there, Trump is taken out by the 25th Amendment, or, passes by natural causes or something like that, then J.D. Vance will be in there. He's a religious fanatic, and he's going to be going head-to-head with other religious fanatics. Over the past 20 years or so, I've been gradually moving away from... I'm keeping religion at arm's length. And it's because of religious fanaticism. I've seen it in real life, and I've seen it on Second Life. There's some nuts out there, and they believe their own stuff. There's still some who believe that the story of Noah's Ark is real, as it has been told. And no. So, either way, in any of these scenarios, we have religious fanatics who are going to be running the show on both sides. They're going to be going head to head, and it's just not going to work out. Now, there's always something that can happen. I'm not going to get into it. But if there's an agreement and Strait gets opened, things get back to normal, fine. I would love to be proven wrong. I don't have any ego to bruise. But just remember, folks, it's extremely unlikely. Okay? It's extremely unlikely that this is going to be resolved anytime soon. Those that are telling you this simply don't understand the situation. They don't understand about religious fanaticism and how it works. I mean, sure, the people there could overthrow their government, I suppose. I don't know how, but... So get prepared and get ready. It's liable to be a long, hard ride. You could have empty grocery store shelves. I was hearing, I think it was Michael Savage was saying he expected oil to go to $300 per barrel. It's going to be a long, hard ride, folks. Get ready, get prepping, grow your own food as much as you can. Learn how to live off land. That might be all you have for a while. Seeing these pictures online of empty grocery store shelves, that could become a reality. I hate to sound all doom and gloom, folks, but that's the way it is. I'm Artifacts of Mars. Good luck, and let's hope I'm proven wrong. If I'm proven wrong, great. Thanks, folks. Thanks for watching.